What up, fools? We are DV, and today is January the 16th, I believe. It's January 16th. It is Thursday, 2025. And yeah, I just want to say, man, first and foremost, thanks for being here. I appreciate you for even coming up here and checking us out. So yeah, you are enough. Whoever you are, whatever it is you do, wherever you are, wherever you live, wherever you're from, you are enough. You came here from, no, let me stop. You came here with everything, you came here equipped with everything. When I mean here, meaning in life, on this planet. If you're living on planet Earth and you're watching this and you're alive and you're on YouTube, know you are enough. You came here well equipped with everything you need. It's in your genes. Your creator, whoever you consider, your mom and dad, whoever the hell brought you here, you came here with everything you needed, believe it or not. I say that to say that we often go through things in life. We get around people who almost kind of diminish our worth, and we think that we're not enough. Or we go through things in life. We go through certain traumas. We go through painful things. We go through embarrassing things. We end up lacking things, and we think we're not enough. I just had an experience 5 minutes ago, that showed me that I am enough. I proved it to myself. And believe you me, I've been going through it off and on. It ain't all been bad, but I got my challenges just like everybody else. And just 5 minutes ago, I proved to myself that I am enough. I am well equipped to get everything I need in this life. Don't ever doubt that. Sometimes you may end up in a relationship with a person like I did, like I have in the past. I was in a relationship with someone and, we ended up going through some rough things, and it made me doubt me. It made me doubt that. It made me doubt that, am I good enough? Am I worth it? Right. Can I really, am I strong enough? Am I smart enough to really come up with what I need? Sometimes you may be lacking things that you think you're lacking. You're really not.
I was gonna say, I don't think you lack anything, because part of being enough is without lack. So
Yeah.
I think you don't lack anything. Now, I do think there's times where you could probably build on what you already have.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You can build on and strengthen those things, those talents, those skills. But I do believe that you really are enough in any circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
But that will not be able to shine through unless you really believe in it.
Yes,
sir. So belief is a strong thing too. In order for those things to be enough, you have to believe that you're enough.
For sure.
Because you won't see that you're enough unless you believe that you're enough. Because what's I say? Believing is seeing, right?
That's right.
You're not gonna. It doesn't work the other way. You can't see it to believe it. You gotta believe it to see it.
Yeah.
So in order to be enough, you gotta believe that you're enough first.
For sure.
Once that belief is there, that those whatever it is that you need in that circumstance, in that situation, will shine through and be there for you.
Because it starts in the mind.
Right. And just in case you don't understand what I'm saying, let me be a little more specific. I'm talking about in an example where a job that you weren't, and I've been in a situation like this, where I didn't think that I knew anything about it. I didn't think I was fit for it. I didn't think I was I didn't think I was the personality type for it.
Right.
But I believe that somehow, some way, that this opportunity was being presented to me because I was enough. Yeah. I did believe that. Anything else I didn't know of yet. But lo and behold, those skills came through. That persistence in me came through to learn whatever new skills I needed to learn as well. But I didn't know that I already had a lot of skills that were necessary for that situation. It was a job that I had at the time.
Yeah.
That I really desperately needed at that time, or so I thought I desperately needed. But either way, it helped a lot, and it kind of elevated me financially in a way that helped me opened up doors for other situations. But yeah, that's part of that whole thing. What he's talking about is, yeah, you're enough, but you have to believe you're enough.
Yeah.
Because you won't see it otherwise.
So what we're getting at here is called self-belief. This is one way to eliminate self-doubt. You know, we all go through it from time to time. And I just named out some of the reasons why people may go through that. But all I'm saying is you're enough. You're not lacking anything, not really. Everything you need is inside you.
That part.
It's a belief that I've been proven time and time again to myself. You know, in some of the most bleak times, I try to never forget that. Sometimes it's a little shaky, seems a little bit shaky, but you know, I try to maintain that belief, and I just really, more than just believe in it, I actually sit back and kind of go over all my little gifts, all the talents that I have. I sit back and look at all the blessings around me. How did I get that? How did we get here? Everything that I have within me is what got me here. Everything that you have within you. Everything you need is within you. Like I said, everything you have within you could take you wherever you want to go. You feel me? I say that to say, because that sometimes we think we don't have it, but if you take the time to look around, you'll see that, damn, that is what got me here. And that came from you. Not nobody else, no other situation, no outside situation. It came from you, from what already existed within you. You feel me? People get money sometimes because the money is already within them. You just gotta believe it.
Right.
Feel me?
Right.
It's happened to me several times.
I don't know if you've heard this before, but I'm a strong believer in that as well, that there truly is nothing outside of you.
Nah.
It might appear to be, but there truly is nothing outside of you.
Yeah.
All that outside shit is just all a reflection of what's going on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You gotta believe that.
So the money ain't out there. It's in you.
It's in you.
You know?
Yeah.
But you won't see it unless you believe you have it in here.
That love that you want, that real love you want, love yourself.
Right.
See if it reflects back around you now.
Right.
You gotta love you first though. You gotta get back to you. You gotta understand that about yourself. So, anything you want, don't go looking outward first. Look inward. Take some time to see, you know, make a list of all your little talents that you think you have. All the things, all the successes that you had in life. Where'd it come from? What were you doing? Who were you? What were you thinking? You know? Backtrack a little bit. I do. So yeah, you're enough. You really are. You know, you don't got to change who you are to be likable or loved by somebody else. If you do, and if you're doing that, you're playing yourself. Anybody that would ask you or expect you to change who you are to be accepted or loved, they don't really like you anyway, because they wouldn't ask you to change it.
Well, I'll say this. Changes can be made, but it's really based on like what he just said though. Don't miss that part. If you're being asked to change in order to be accepted, in order to be loved, that's all bad.
Yeah, that's backwards.
That's all bad. But I think you can make changes to improve.
Nothing
I
wrong with
think
that.
you should. I think you should. You should be encouraged to do that.
Yeah, that's about growth.
Right.
And we're here to grow.
But, you know, because I will hear sometimes people who go against change, like changing is such a bad thing. Changing is a great thing.
Yeah.
But it's why you're changing is what we're talking about.
For sure.
Why you're changing.
Yeah.
So once again, if you're changing because it feels like they're unable to love you more or to love you at all or to accept you or to accept you at all, then that's all bad and that's all the wrong reasons to change.
Yeah.
But change is good, but only for the right reasons.
That's right. Yeah. So, you know, like here's another story. Like one time, several times for me, I've been in, like, first of all, let's just take a look, okay, right? In some places, not so much in California, but in places like in the Midwest and small towns like St. Louis, very conservative places, they look at a guy like me, they see the tats on my face, they assume all the worst things, right? And some people in my position, if they want to go after a certain job or approach a certain situation in life, they may doubt themselves because they don't see that the rest of people in that situation look like them. So they think they're not good enough. Mm-hmm. But see, one thing I never forget is, first of all, I got hella experience in life. And as far as jobs go, I did a lot of shit. So I got the experience. You know what I mean? I got the knowledge. I
may not have that degree.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit anyway.
Right.
Sorry for those who have degrees. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
No shade to your degree, but where the real value is, I'm keeping it real with you, and I'm telling you right now, the real value is in the experience, not your degree.
Yeah. I've gotten in a lot of different situations because I just believe that I am good enough.
Yeah.
I wasn't concerned with how everybody else looked. I wasn't concerned about how they was gonna perceive me. It ain't about that. I know that I have what's necessary to get what I need out of life. And that never leaves me. It can't, because I've been through too many challenging things, and I proved to myself that I am good enough, that I have what I need to get what I need. My dad always tells me, you know what I mean? And sometimes so when we do talk, I might, sound defeated. I might sound like I'm doubting myself. But even it's good to have people around you that can remind you of that too. There's nothing wrong with that. Those are the ones that really love you. The ones that really know you, they'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have what you need, So don't ever think you got to change yourself, ever, for any reason.
Yeah. Like, for instance, when he's touching on, you have what you need. Let's say, for instance, in a relationship that you've been wanting, right? A type of relationship that you want, a type of woman that you think you want to attract. Well, you will have that woman, you will have that relationship when you believe, or when you believe that you are that person to attract that. That's the only way to attract it, is to be that person to attract it. And you are. Whatever it is you're wanting, you are it. You are really all that. All that it encompasses within you. It's all in you. Mm-hmm. But all that is contained within you. But you have to, once again, I'm going to reiterate, you have to believe that that's in you. Because otherwise it'll appear to you that you don't have it. It'll appear that you don't have it. It'll feel like lack. It'll look like lack. Mm-hmm. So, if you're looking for that, find a way to believe it. I can't really necessarily tell you what's gonna work for you, because everybody's different as far as what gets them to believe something. Mm-hmm. But believe, and without any doubt, once you get to that point, you'll have it. You won't have to go look for it, because you'll already have it. So keep that in mind, because even then, what I'm saying this to you is also a reminder to myself. But that can apply to relationships, that can apply to the job you're looking for, that can apply to a career you want to pursue. It literally applies to everything,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not everything is within you.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever heard the term or the saying, be the change you want to see?
Exactly.
The reason why that even exists and why it's so true is because it's basically saying just another way of saying what we're saying. It's within you. It doesn't start on the outside. You have to go within. Anything that you want to see in your own personal experience, try to look at life like a mirror. Anything you want to see on the outside of yourself, this should save you a lot of energy, really, a lot of stress. Mm-hmm. You don't have to work so hard. You know what I mean? You don't have to feel so bad. You don't have to doubt. You don't have to judge yourself so hard anymore. Really, because you're already it. You just got to believe that shit. It has to align. What you think and what your heart feels, they have to be in agreement for this shit to be seen outwardly. Right. You feel me? I promise you. It may not happen right away, but you're going to eventually, if you pay attention like we talked about yesterday in terms of awareness, you'll start seeing little signs. You know what I mean? You'll start seeing little signs around your personal space start changing. Your little environment, the people around you, they'll reflect that back to you. Here's a good example. When you constantly tell yourself, for the women out there, when even if you're not necessarily feeling so pretty that day, but you keep telling yourself, say you look in the mirror and go, man, you look pretty today. I like your hair, I like this, I like that. Say you get to work. Here's an example. You get to work. First person sees you, say, oh, you look good today. Or you look pretty today. Those are the small signs that that the universe is showing you. Your environment is showing you. It's reflecting back to you what you believe in yourself.
Right. It's confirmation.
That's confirmation.
Right. And speaking of confirmation, and going back to what I was talking about, the belief thing, right? Because I used to wonder, okay, believe. But how do you get that belief? How do you get that unwavering belief? How do you get that no doubt belief? Well, pay attention to the confirmations.
Right.
That we were just talking about.
Right.
That confirmation will build that belief.
Momentum.
Right? It builds momentum, right?
Yeah.
So pay attention keep your eyes open. Pay attention to things that confirm that belief. And that belief will get stronger. And eventually you'll never even have to look for the confirmation, because it'll just be out there all the time, right in front of you, all the time. You know, I'm going through that right now.
I see it all the time, man. I'm telling you, man. Like I told you, I mean, look, just 5 minutes ago, I just got a check for more than the amount that I needed for a situation to come in.
Came here and gave it to
He
me.
just gave it to me. And this came, I don't even want to get into the details of where the money came from. It was definitely unexpected. And it was right on time. Because even though the pressure was on, I didn't let that pressure get to me in my head. I know, and I've been proving this over and over and over again, that everything I need is in me. I just believed it. I ain't no more special than nobody else, man. I'm a human being just like y'all with the same trials and tribulations. I gotta do this every day. I gotta have a self-talk with myself. I gotta give myself a pep talk sometimes just to stay aligned. Because this world we're living in is constantly always trying to convince you otherwise. And it's natural. It's a part of it. It's a part of the makeup. What's the word? The construct. I don't know what to call it. Either way, I can tell you that there's always going to be things around you and people and situations trying to convince you that you're not what you think you are. But it doesn't matter. Only thing that needs to happen is that you believe it. You believe it, not nobody else. You believe it enough, your mind will believe it.
Right.
Your heart will believe it.
Don't look for confirmation in other people though, because I'm telling you right now, that's the worst way to do it.
That'll trick you.
Because it'll set you back. It'll set you back. Because not because people are hating that says, sometimes you might have that, but it could be the closest people to you love you, but they're gonna say the opposite because why? They're not you.
Yeah.
So they don't have to believe it. It's not their. That's not even on their. That's not even their path to believe it. Right.
They don't need to believe it.
So they don't need to believe it. There's no power in them believing it. Honestly.
Yeah.
All the power is in you. It's all the power you need is to believe you to believe it. Once you get there, you got it all. That's it. You got it all. Once you believe it, it ties everything together. Once you believe it, right? So don't waste your time trying to get your friends to convince your friends and family members and boyfriends and girlfriends and all that shit to. Or people to believe. You don't need them to believe. You need to believe. Actually, I have a strong belief that once you believe, they will start to believe it. I've seen that too. When we started our rap career years ago, nobody believed that we was gonna really do anything that we was doing. It was just another motherfucker wanting to rap.
They laughed in our faces, man.
Yeah.
We was handing out CDs and shit.
Trying to rap in bars. We didn't know how to book a show. We didn't know none of that at the time. We was doing whatever we could do. But we believed. It was no doubt about it. We believed we was gonna go where we was gonna go. Right? We was gonna do what we was gonna do.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I would even say there's way more potential with it, but that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make is I clearly saw everybody else start to believe once we believed.
Yeah.
Once we believed, everybody else believed. And we didn't focus on trying to convince anybody. We believed, and that's all we needed, and everybody else started to believe. And that goes on with anything I've ever pursued creatively. In business, anything. It's not your job to make them believe. It's your job is for you to believe, and then they will believe eventually. Believe that.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely ain't. You're not as lost as you think you are. You got more. Way more than you need here. We're all well equipped here. It may seem otherwise, but don't believe it. You got what you need, but you gotta believe it first, though. So don't ever doubt that. Stick to your guns, man. You got what you need. All right. I promise you guys, man. We're not just saying this because it sounds great. No. Everything we're talking about, we're coming from a place of experience, man. Personal experience. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be up here just doing this. We make time to do this. We got stuff to do too. We got jobs. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of other shit to do, man. Right after this, we got shit to do. But we do this because we think it's important. You know what I mean?
And I hope it helps.
And I hope it helps. I really do. Please like, please share, please subscribe, y'all. Follow us, man. Fuck with us. Get in them comments. We want to know how you guys feel too.
Definitely do.
It's important.
I mean, what's the point of this conversation if we can't have a back and forth conversation?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the point of this talk? We need to have a back and forth.
This is to y'all. We ain't just talking to this camera for our hell. We want to hear back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
All right, y'all, man. Speaking, we done with this because we got other shit to do. Just want to let y'all, I want to leave y'all with this. I love y'all. I love myself. Love yourself for yourself. You are enough.
Please do.
All right.